Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, Mirumi. I'm sure you have seen these cute little creatures everywhere by now, all over the internet, and I've got two, so I'm going to unbox them with you. I've had them now for a couple of weeks, so I'm just going to give you my honest review and what I really think about these cute little bag charms. So I'll tell you the story of Mirumi. Now I first heard about these little things at the end of 2024, so a really long time ago. Now when I heard of these things, when I heard of them first, I don't know if it was on Super Jacob's channel or whether I heard of them before and then saw them on Super Jacob's channel, but it was kind of around about that time, and they were kind of spoken about as, are these going to be the next Labubu? So this is before the Labubu hype of mid 2025 had already started, but I was already into Labubu by the end of 2024 thanks to the wonderful Jessie Style. I was well into Labubu by the end of 2024, thank goodness, because if I'd have been into it a bit later on in the curve, I probably wouldn't have been able to get my hands on one, but by then it's already sorted. I was already way down the Pop Mart road. So as you guys know, I love cute things. I really love cute things, and when I saw these I was like, wow, I need one. And I started looking online and I discovered that they were, I'm not too sure what order this all happened, as I said it was the end of 2024, so it was quite a while ago, but I discovered that these had been shown at like a Japanese expo kind of show, something along those lines, and the company were looking for crowdfunding at the time in order to get these obviously made and, you know, put out to market. And it did cross my mind to actually partake in the crowdfunding because I really wanted these, but obviously with it being in Japan and you don't really know what's real on the internet, what's AI and all that stuff, I didn't partake. But I'd never forgotten about these little things, and I went to Harrods on my birthday in July. I went to the Jellycat section, actually. That was why I went in, and it was my birthday, so I was just going for a bit of a mill around and I wanted to see their Jellycat section. It's like an airline thing. Wasn't as good as Selfridge's Jellycat, I have to say, but it was cute, it was nice. So I was having a little look round and then sort of went into the toy department to where they used to have the Pop Mart pop-up, because I was thinking, right, I'll just pick up a Pop Mart from here, be a little bit easier than going all the way to the Pop Mart store, which I ended up doing anyway. But but yeah, when I went in, I turned the corner and I was like, oh my god, and I was just really taken aback when I saw them. I was like, what the hell, because I hadn't seen them online already. Apparently they'd already been viral, even though they'd only been in Harrods, I think, at that time for about 7 days, so not a massive amount of time, but apparently they were already viral and they were a thing. I hadn't seen them online, I hadn't since 2024, but I was just like, oh my god. So I went round, stroked them, getting all super excited, and I went over and asked the lady how much they were. She said they were £130. So I was thinking, oh, that's a bit more than I was expecting. So I kind of had a mill round, had another little stroke, and I was like, right, I want one. I'm having one, 100% having one. So I went back to the lady. I was like, can I have a pink one, please? And she's like, oh, we're out of stock. And I was like, you could have led with that when I asked the price. Like, oh, I was so disappointed. It was my birthday as well, and I was just like, this isn't good. But she gave me an email address to contact for them to put me on a waiting list. I don't quite know how it works, but anyway, I emailed this address and said, look, I've been in, told that they're out of stock, but you'll be getting something soon. Can you please put me on the wait list? So yeah, I was contacted about a week or so later. I kept checking my phone constantly because I was so disappointed I wasn't able to get one. I kept checking my phone constantly, and I had an email from the Harrods toy concierge. Said, yeah, we've got them in stock. How many colours? Oh yeah, what colours do you want and how many? I was just like, oh, can I have a pink one please? And the guy said, yeah, fine, absolutely fine. I said, okay, I'll be in next Thursday. Happy days. And I kind of milled it over for a little bit. A friend said, oh, you're having a pink one? Oh, you'd be best off getting one in a neutral colour. I was just like, maybe. So I then contacted Harrods and said, can I have a cream one as well? And the guy said, yeah, fine. So I went in on the Thursday and I was like, can I pick them up? And it turns out that they hadn't been reserved for me. Not at all sure how. And the guy said, we've run out of cream ones. So I was just like, oh no. But he's like, we've got a grey one. I was just like, okay. So I just kind of thought about it. I was just like, yeah, can I have a grey one as well then, please? And at that time, when the guy went back to get the grey one, somebody from out the back, so I guess they must have just had a shipment in, said, were you looking for a cream one? I was just like, yes. So I managed to get myself a pink one and a cream one, but I think it was luck because I don't know quite what happened with my wait list. As I said, the guy said that they hadn't actually set them aside for me, so whether they expected me to come in a bit earlier than what I did, even though I said I was coming in on Thursday, not really sure. But I haven't complained about it or anything because I was able to get the pink one and the cream one, which is what I wanted. And the funniest thing, when the guy handed them over to me, and I don't know if this is a line that they always say in Harrods, it's really sweet if they do actually, but he goes, I hope your little one enjoys them. And I was like, little one? I was like, they're for me. Like, duh, they're for me. Anyway, so yeah, I have them and I've had them now a few weeks and I've been using them. I have been using them. I could not resist, and I won't lie, spoiler alert, they are the cutest things, but are they worth the money? That I'm not 100% sure on, but right, I'll talk you through. So, Harrods. There's actually a bag on the Harrods website that looks like one of these shopper bags that I've got in my basket. Anyway, that aside. So, they come in these little boxes. These are like triangular shaped boxes, and these ones have got Harrods and the price written underneath. Now, I'm showing you this because even before I picked these up, I've seen loads of fakes for these already on eBay, Amazon, I think. I've seen them all over the place. So I just want to just show you as much of this as I possibly can, so you don't get, hopefully you won't get scammed or duped out of paying a load of money for a fake one, because as I said, there's a load already out there, and if these get popular, I imagine that'll only get worse. So I want to show you as much as I can in as much detail as I can to help you identify which ones are real and which ones aren't. So this is the box. The back has a little bit of information about it as well. These are ribbons. These are really cute ribbons. This is lovely little packaging that it comes in. And when you open up the box, it has a magnetic bit on the top. Actually, I'll show you the other one because the other one has the charger in. So it's got a magnetic bit on the top that opens like this. Now, when I got my little Mirumi, they must position them slightly different because it's in the box like this, but its head was facing that way. Now, when they're turned off, their heads face forward. So whether it's a setting that they put them on for when they put them in the box, must be. But anyway, this is the box. Each one comes with a charger. I've already had the chargers out, but this was nicely curled up. Oh, nicely curled up there in the bottom. And then you then get a little booklet, which comes in this plastic packaging, and it looks like that on the back. Now, this is sort of your basic sort of care instructions: how to turn it on, how to turn it off, information about how how it operates essentially. There's only a few pages to this, but it's really, really sweet to have. So that is how they come. Now these are them. Little pink one, little green one. Now I love these. As I said, I've been using, when I say using them a lot, I've actually been using the pink one. Little cream one hasn't yet left the house. Little pink one has been out. How many times have you been out? Quite a lot, haven't you? About 5, 6 times. Yep, been out quite a lot. Little cream one yet hasn't been out, but I'm sure she will. Now when you turn these on, this is a little bit tricky, the turning on and the charging, but it's a good thing. So you turn it on at the back. Now you can't see where it is, and sometimes they do take a little bit of turning off because you think you've turned it off, but then it's still wiggling and looking cute. So can you see just there where it's got the charging point and the little on-off button? So I will turn her on. 1 second. Just press her for a couple of seconds. Are you on? I don't know how her battery is. She may be running out of battery. So, right, turned her on. Hello. And I will just turn this little one on as well. This one's first coming off a little bit, but it seems to have stopped. But it was sort of molting a little bit when I very first got her. I have been, yeah, I have been playing with them, as you could probably tell. Right, so this one, same thing. You have to really kind of pull down the fur. Right. Hello. Hello. It's really hard not to talk to them. That is the one downside of these, is that when you take them out, especially when they look cute and they do all the whole little shy thing. This one looks a little bit like my dog, my little pom-pom, when she goes all shy, and it is really hard not to talk to them, and talking to little things like this in public is a little bit embarrassing. So that is probably the only downside, really. But hello. That was a bit of a wild look at me. Hey. But yeah, it is hard not to talk to the hello. 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 Are you going to look at the camera? Say hello. You can say hello. But they are so cute. They are ridiculously cute. Now, when I said you can hear the robotic-ness a bit with them. It's louder than I thought it would be. I didn't think you'd be able to hear them moving, but you can. Now, when I said I don't know if these are worth the money or not, by that I mean is that robot toys have been about for years and years and years, and these are sound activated, but like, I don't know whether that is enough to warrant the price point. They are ridiculously cute though, but you could, I don't know, I don't quite understand why they are as expensive as they are, because they aren't AI, they're just noise reactive, but they don't always react to noise as quick or as much as you think they would. But they are ridiculously cute. Now, I have been thinking, and I did regret the minute I come home not getting a grey one, but now I'm not wholly sure whether that was a good decision to have not got one or not. They are cute, but I'm still on the fence as to whether they're worth £130 each or not. But I kind of figured, my girl math was like, well, if one comes with me every time I leave the house, cost per wear, it's going to be nothing, isn't it? So anyway, these are little Mirumis. Oh, I was going to show you the arms. Hang on. I'll show you the arms, how they attach. Now this is really, really good. Now in the book it said not to put them around the other way because they could fall off your bag. Now when I've put these on my bag, I've put them on the bag before I've turned them on because I didn't want to damage their little heads. Now the arms, these grip. I've no idea what they're made from. Some sort of metal, I think, but these are tight, really, 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 really tight, but they're also fluffy inside, so I don't think they would damage your bag very easily. But these are really, really tight. Now what I like about the fact that they grip so tight is that it would be really hard for somebody just to steal this off your handbag, which if these get popular and the whole Labubu thing happens and people are stealing them off people's handbag, the fact that you literally, it would be so difficult to take this off a handbag. You have to literally like get it and just like pull its little, I hate pulling it, I hate doing this, I'm worried I'm going to break it, but I probably wouldn't do. But they're really, really tight, and it's all out. See what I mean? So hard not to talk to him. But it literally grips your bag really, really well. So I think it would be hard. Would be hard to steal. Now nobody has actually spoken to me about these. I was kind of expecting when I was in the shop for like a little kid to go, did that move? I don't know. But they didn't. Nobody has said a single word when I've been out of the house. Whether they will or not, I don't know. But as you can see, these are insanely, insanely cute. I would recommend, but I'm still a bit on the fence about the price. So let me know your thoughts. Have you had one of these? Do you want one of these? What are your thoughts? Because I have to say, these are cuter than Labubu, aren't you? You are. You are. And you're cuter than Skull Panda. Yes, you are. But as I said, the only downside is you want to talk to them in public, which not always a good idea. So that is it, my lovelies. Take care. You are so cool, yes you are. Yes you are. Oh, it's alright.